What is going on, guys? And we're back with The Witcher. Alright, so last time I made a massive fuss. Actually, I'm not even sure how I edited it because this is like the main part that you guys seen before things kind of split off, and like I kind of showed you guys me being like, oh god, oh no, fuck, boom. And then I realized, oh shit, just because I didn't hit that one thing that was really vague, it screwed me. So basically what the thing you need to click in the beginning thing when it says, do you want to transfer save data from The Witcher 2, you're supposed to hit yes. I thought it literally meant transfer directly from like my old saves, but then I was like, ah shit, I have like no old saves in the game. I played for like 2 hours, then I stopped. Because I wanted to watch a Let's Play, because it's more of the game I think it's better for Let's Play. Not saying this, I'm not having a great time playing it, it's amazing playing it, and I'll talk about that in a sec, but we got a lot to cover, just because I had to do everything again, so I gotta tell you guys some stuff. Anyways, so yeah, I didn't think anything of it, but apparently this is where we were supposed to get this guy who comes in. It's the guy we've already met. But anyways, he's supposed to come in and talk to us and say, hey, what happened long ago in The Witcher 2? And you're supposed to tell him what you wanted to have happen. But anyways, so that's what I did. So so I went back, played everything again. Which honestly, I forgot what it was like to just play an open world game with lots of like shit to do just by myself without trying to like. Because when I do a Let's Play, I try to like make sure like you guys are with me. You guys, we're doing it together, so I kind of want to be a nice host and also make you laugh or whatever. That's what I try to do, but to just shut your brain off and just go nuts. I caught up in an hour. I did that last part, that mission, and got up to not just my level, but I went a level higher just by just closing my mind and just running around doing a bunch of stuff. Also, guys, another thing, I have tons of points now. Basically, I have maxed out that melee speed that I went and bought, and also I have maxed out my what's it called? It's like that shield spell. I maxed out on that. Now how I did that is I went to each point of power. They're like those little statues that we pray to when we get a skill point. I went and looked on the internet, found a map of where they all were, hunted them all down, got all the power, and that's the only thing you guys missed was me getting the other like 3 or 4 that I didn't get last time. And I don't imagine that's that much of a deal. Most of the time they're just protected by like a bear or like a wraith or something. That's not too bad to like, you've already seen that stuff, except for a bear. We'll fight another bear though. It's not a big deal. Coin. I am really low on coin, but I did find an exploit that I will try to use. The reason is why is because I'm trying to play good character, and good characters don't typically get the coin. I want to play a good, honest person, and also I want money. I want money. I don't want to be restricted in what I can buy because I want to showcase that stuff to you guys. And yeah. Anyways, so we're back at the beard decision. Why? What's wrong with my beard?
What's wrong with my beard? Always thought it added to my dignity.
It does. Yet it also detracts from your elegance. In Nilfgaard, we consider beards hard on the eyes. Especially beards infested with lice.
Been on the road a while. Fine, do your thing.
Tilt your head back, please, and sit still.
I never knew this, but he is butter, man. He is covered in butter, Geralt, right now. I'm also lice shit is nasty. Super gross.
And prepare to answer some questions.
Yes, that's what we wanted. That's a dialogue cue.
General, I am not certain this is the appropriate time.
I can't think of a better time. Men turn honest when they feel a blade at their throat.
Yeah.
Morvran Voorhis, commander of the Alba Division. Before they take you in to see the Emperor, Witcher, there's some information I need you to verify. It's a formality, but one that must be seen to.
Sure. Paperwork's gotta be in order.
So, Geralt of Rivia. Place of birth unknown, parents unknown, age unknown. All insignificant details. Let us proceed to more recent events. The siege of La Valette Castle. The fate of the defending commander, one Arian.
Okay, so basically, I explained it, I think, in the last part, but essentially, what this is allowing you to do is craft the events that took place in The Witcher 2. For what's his name, Arian, I think he just named. Arian, in The Witcher 2, you were fighting alongside a king, and then what ended up happening is you ended up going against one of the other king's sons or something like that. Basically, you went up against this guy. The who he is not important. What he does and what he will do it's more important. If we let him live in The Witcher 2, he will actually help us get out of prison. Now I've heard we do get into a pinch in this game, and we do end up in prison again, and he will help us then. So I definitely want to have him alive. So I spared his life, and actually I did do that. I played up to that point, so I did spare his life, so yeah.
We fought on opposing sides, true. Then we landed in the same dungeon. Arian escaped, set fire to the castle on his way out.
So that is how the Blade started. Our reports suggested the dragon was responsible. Moving on. You then found shelter in charming Flotsam, and from there made your way to Vergen. My question is how?
Now, this is where it's rather confusing / complicated. Now, The Witcher 2 is made for story. It's pretty much something you can play like 3 times over again, and you still be like, holy shit, there was another alternative route? What? So basically, in this, what ends up happening is the story ends up splitting off. So you end up going for Vernon Roach, and you end up trying to prove your innocence, and you end up doing a whole other quest line, or you end up going with Lorvith, which is like this, but basically Vernon Roach is a hardcore military person that's not afraid to kill, and then Lorvith is an elf, and if you guys do not know this, in the Witcher series, in the Witcher world, elves and dwarves and all those people are looked down upon, including Witchers. So you go with him, who's kind of like a terrorist. He's kind of just like, I'll kill any human who gets in my way, or anyone who spits on an elf, he'll kill, or he gets really upset about it. So we either go with the terrorist guy who's like bloodthirsty as shit, or we go with Vernon Roach who's a little bit, a little crazy. I'm gonna go with Vernon Roach. Also, Vernon Roach he believes you're innocent, and he kind of wants to prove your innocence. Whereas that guy, I don't really know, because the Let's Play I watched didn't cover Lorvith's storyline, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, we're going with Vernon Roach.
I got out of Flotsam with Vernon Roach, commander of the Blue Stripes, and
A murderer of non-humans. We know this gentleman well, Witcher. You forge interesting alliances.
something tells me my most interesting is yet to come. Go on, next question, before my beard grows back in.
We shall shave you again if it does. Very well. The infamous summit at Loch Muin. You were there. And once again meddled in the affairs of the mighty.
My bad. I really hope I didn't just pick the terrorist, because I might have just picked the terrorist, which honestly I don't think it matters too much. It's all it is going to be people referring to the actions that you did. Like, in both scenarios, you do some fucked up shit, and you've like witnessed some fucked up shit, so people will call you out on that, and it's just a matter of trying to probably parry it. But anyways, so we have two options here. Now, I'm not sure what that one is. I'm not even lying, but I'm not 100% on what that one is. Help. Whatever rescue. Oh, I think I know what that one is. Okay, so basically we had a choice where we could save this little girl who ends up being like a ruler of a country, which we will see in this game, and we'll probably have an easier time getting into that country if we were to do that. Guys, I never told you guys this, but the main romance we're going for in this game is going to be Triss. Why? I haven't seen much of the other girl. She looks great. She sounds kind of like, she sounds off. Who leaves someone just because, I gotta leave? That's fucked up. Triss has always been there, alright? Triss is amazing. God, Triss! But I will be trying to show you guys all love, romance shit. And yeah. But I'll be mainly going for Triss. If it's like, guess what? You can't. It's like, alright, we'll go for Triss first. I'll play it again, the whole game, goddamn. And then I'll show you guys the other romances. But anyways, you saved Triss. You're damn right you saved Triss.
The mighty had imprisoned Triss Marigold. Ought to know I care about her. And I tend to rescue those I care about.
And so you did, handing Radovid control of the Conclave and Council of Mages in the process.
Nilfgaard recently started a war, unprovoked. So do us both a favor and stop moralizing.
The gentleman must sit still. I'm almost done.
I'm afraid I might find that difficult. Because, from what I know, shortly afterwards you watched a defective megascope blow your friend Sheila de Tanserville to bits.
Alright, so now this is another point. Basically, this girl, she ended up being mind controlled or some shit. I'm really vague on that. I don't know exactly what happened. I just remember a brief thing. So I remember this girl who's a wizard who ends up getting like mind controlled or something, and she ends up like killing someone important. But then she ends up being mind controlled, so she's technically innocent or something. So you either have a choice to sit there and let the defected teleportation device rip her apart, or which the person that rigged the teleportation device was the guy who actually killed the king, which is what you're trying to figure out the entire game of The Witcher 2. Anyways, so you can either save her or like let her live, like untrap it, or you just let her blow up and die. I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna let her live, because that's my thing is like, if you do a favor for someone now, I really hope that they end up being like, they end up being like, hey, I got you. Like we'll be in trouble and they'll save us at one point. Sheila escaped. I deactivated it, even though she was kind of a bastard. I remember talking to her a couple times in the actual game in my Let's Play, my playthrough, not Let's Play, I never did Let's Play, but in my playthrough, she was mean as fuck. She was really grumpy. Anyways, I let her escape. That may come back to bite me in the ass, cause yeah.
I watched her get in the megascope, but ultimately freed her from the trap your man Letho of Gullet had set. Write that down. I want to be sure the paperwork's in order now.
Well, national interest calls on one to forge difficult alliances at times. Alliances with witches included.
Yeah, which is amazing. Well, we actually meet some, well, we don't meet, I'm not sure. We meet some fucking disgusting witches. They're like big and they're fat. And there's like one skinny and they're like, it's really terrible. It's like horrifying. It's nightmare fuel. Anyways, alright, so essentially what ends up happening here is the main point of The Witcher 2 is Geralt gets blamed for killing a king, which he does not do. So the whole game is basically you trying to find the guy who killed him, which ends up being a friend of Geralt or an old acquaintance, because Geralt lost his memory, so he doesn't remember shit. But you end up finding this this witcher, who ends up killing the king, and you can either spare his life or let him live. I'm gonna let him live, because I think he's gonna come back and help us out. Again, that's the only reason I let people live, is because I think they're gonna help us out. Because especially when it's in this scenario, when we voluntarily save the goddamn lives, it's like, okay, you probably owe me one. If I vaguely do it, then probably not, if you don't know I did it. But if I like have a knife to your throat and I'm like, all right, you can walk, you're gonna be like, okay, I owe you one. Anyways, what happened to Letho? I didn't kill him.
That an ongoing alliance? What's Letho up to?
I had hoped you would answer that question.
So Letho's hiding from you. Must have a good reason. Was there a shift in national interest that might have caused that? I don't know where he is. Wouldn't tell you if I did anyway. Blade or no blade to my throat.
I believe that is all. Your signature, please, affirming you stated the whole truth and nothing but the truth on pain of imprisonment or death, etc., etc. Here and here.
With these formalities seen to, I would ask the general to leave the room. We shall be choosing the gentleman's attire. An important matter, but one that does not require the general's assistance.
Shame. I might have given you some advice. So long, Geralt. Good luck with your audience.
He was a lot nicer here than he was at the other time. The designer's like, if you play the old games, you're cool. If you don't, you're a piece of shit. No, they're not. I'm just kidding. Look at them scars. Really? I don't know.
Feels more like I'm being readied for a wedding.
Were that so, I would have prepared the gentleman a frock, a tailcoat, or possibly a dinner jacket. In point of fact, the gentleman will choose from these garments.
Text is not loading in, but that's cool. Anyways, where's my clothes? Yeah,
Where
what
are my
happened?
clothes?
Where they should have gone long ago, with the laundress. They will be
Dick.
returned to you after the audience, clean and starched. The gentleman will tell me once he has chosen an outfit.
I'll just go like this. Let's fucking make everyone drool, because Geralt is just the most attractive man. But I'm half sarcastic because he's covered in scars, but maybe some people are into that. I don't know. But we have this one, which I'm not really keen on the whole like little puffy arms, but we got this one, which I think it may even just be the same puffy. Yeah, it is. So we can either go design of circles or just flowery patterns. Let's go flowery patterns, because yeah. Let's put that on. Oh yeah, let's save, by the way. That's probably important. Yeah. Equipping stuff. Oh, by the way, like I said, I went through that old section real fast. So I don't know what I was doing. Like, it took like 4 hours just to get to the first beginning part. God damn, that's a lot to edit. Anyways. Yep. Look at that towel. We're gonna keep that forever. Look at how handsome you are, Geralt. Damn. Alright, let's go. Hello, I'm done.
And they say clothes do not make the man. Does the outfit satisfy the gentleman?
I mean, it doesn't go with Geralt's face at all. He's got a long ass neck. But anyways, yes.
A studded doublet and a sword on my back. That's what would satisfy me.
That's what I was saying.
But tough, when in Nilfgaard.
Yes?
It's a saying. So what now? Powder my nose?
No need. The gentleman's complexion is light enough.
You are
The
pale as
gentleman
shit,
is
Geralt.
to stand before the ruler of the North and South. I must confirm that he knows how to bow.
Confirm away. I'm not a confirm away.
Confirm away.
Please watch. Leg extended, hand flat, head down, chin to chest. The gentleman will rehearse.
I remember being the center one.
Lacking fluidity and grace. But we've learned to expect less of Nordlings.
Geralt, punch him
Come
in the
with
face.
me.
Punch him in the face. By the way, Geralt is pale as shit. Just saying. No, you do not need a little dab of white on your nose.
The gentleman will address the Emperor only when asked to, and using the appropriate title.
Your arch magnificency?
I see the gentleman is in the mood for jests. I fear the Emperor might not share his disposition. Your Majesty will suffice. Spoken loudly, clearly, and with respect.
Alright, so we get the opportunity here to bow. I'm not gonna do it because the king seemed to not like it. He seemed to like think, we're not friends here, what are you doing? You said you'd never bow to me and stuff like that, so we're not bowing.
Im grimi eb art ketzer. Daifen aden in karn eb marvut. Emir var emreis.
I'm Geralt, bitch. That's what that says. Do not bow.
Your Imperial Majesty.
Arer eb the orde.
Welchen Namen? Wat gern verwort?
Yeah.
So many months at Foltest Court. Yet you still haven't mastered the basics of etiquette.
Know what they say? Can't teach an old wolf new tricks. Take it you didn't summon me to reminisce about the good old days, so...
Silence. My daughter Cirilla, she's returned. And she's in danger. The Wild Hunt pursues her. You will find her and bring her to me.
He sounds like Professor Snape. I just realized that. But yeah, if we didn't choose that, he would get like an attitude because Geralt and him in The Witcher 1, I think, had a little spat. And he said he wouldn't bow but before no man. So if you did bow, he'd be like, oh, you bow now, bitch? What's up with that? And yeah, so I'm just gonna, yeah, no, it's better that way. I feel like they're like true, they're on the same playing field. Geralt doesn't think any higher of him, so it's perfect. Anyways, she's back, you're sure?
Are you sure? Ciri left. Went far, far away.
Do you believe I drag you here in the middle of a war to discuss a rumor?
I think anyone can be wrong, even an emperor.
I had forgotten how insolent you can be. I haven't the time to convince you, nor the desire, in fact. Yennefer will do that after the audience.
Why me? You have a bazillion soldiers.
How many men in your army? 20,000? 30? So why me?
You know why. Because she trusts you.
She trusts me, yes. So tell me why you're looking for her. Doubt it's about making up for all those lost years.
For reasons of state, as always. Enough of this banter. You will agree regardless, if for no other reason than because I shall pay you. More than you customarily receive for a contract. Considerably more.
Fuck you. I gotta say, on a side note, my memory is good. I remember exactly what Geralt would say. For some reason, when it comes to games and like the story arc, when it's kind of compelling, I can remember everything. When it comes to like schoolwork, I'm fucking retarded. It's really bad. But anyways, if I'm doing this, I'm doing that for that little girl that we helped raise. Not for your damn money. I'm gonna do a glitch. Hopefully it still exists, and we'll be okay with the money side.
Save your generosity for those whose homes your armies have raised. I'll do it for Ciri, not for your gold.
Your motives do not interest me. Only results. Yennefer will tell you the rest. This audience is finished. Mererid! Take him to the sorceress.
I wonder if he's gonna have an attitude, because I didn't bow.
I'd fain.
I'm gonna save. Sorry, I know it's lore breaking. You cannot save. It's because it already happened. Yeah, game saved automatically. Well, guess what? I'm saving over top of it. Boom.
Did the gentleman not understand? Did I not emphasize adequately that one must bow to the Emperor?
Relax. Nothing happened.
To the gentleman. But I shall be punished.
How?
Please keep close and bother no one. I've had enough breaches of etiquette for one day. What?
I am sorry for that. That kind of shit. He gets shit on, but your relationship with them are a little bit better. I can't read that fast. So this is... Ooh, this is like the main hall. Awesome. I hope I'm speeding this up. There are so many flowers I want to pick, dude. I feel like that's wrong though, because we're in a palace, but I want to do it.
Once the gentleman is done, he should see me to retrieve his possessions.
Understood. I'm gonna save here. I don't know why I saved back there. We're gonna save here. Now with me picking Save Triss, I'm also picking events that happened in The Witcher did happen. She's gonna have an attitude because she's probably gonna know we were with Triss and stuff. So that's just something to keep in mind. Don't be thrown off guard. Like, oh, why is she saying this? It's because we were romantic with Triss.
Geralt, that tunic, you look positively smashing.
Ugh, dying to take it off.
I'd consider that a proposition under different circumstances. One I might even take you up on. But we've matters to attend to. Now do you understand why I'm at Emir's court?
Mm-hmm. And seems we're in the same boat now. Ciri, she's really back? No chance he's mistaken?
Look, that's more or less what she looks like now. Or so our agents claim. Our little witch has grown into a young lady.
Did I ever explain why she has like white hair? Because she's not my kid, so I don't know. That's just must be a weird thing at birth. Anyways, yeah, all grown up.
How about that? She's grown up.
It's been years since you trained together at Kaer Morhen. A great deal has changed.
You haven't. Not a bit.
I missed those awkward compliments of yours. But let's focus on Ciri, all right?
Right. Emir said the Wild Hunt's after her. I'd find that hard to believe before what happened yesterday. How did they track us down?
Because of me. You see, I've spent months searching for Ciri, using locating spells, haruspicy, geomancy, anything, really. I knew the Wild Hunt might sense it, perhaps even find me, but I thought I'd tricked them.
Well, guess you were wrong.
I've sensed them on my trail, hunting me, for some time. If not for you and Emir's soldiers, they'd have gotten what they were after. I can't risk another encounter like that. It's time to put away the magic, turn to more traditional methods. To the best tracker I know. You must find her, Geralt. Before the Wild Hunt does.
On a side note, her eyes, really cool. Like, the coolest eyes I've ever seen in the game. So, that's because, like, the universe is in the eyes. Anyways, why is the Wild Hunt after the Ciri?
The Wild Hunt? What could it want from Ciri?
I've no clue, Geralt. Might have written them to ask, but I don't have their address. I know as much as you do. It must be about her blood. Her gift. As for what the Hunt wishes to do with that gift, I'd prefer not to think about it, really.
I keep hearing that gift. What does that mean? What is the gift? So where's Ciri been seen?
So where's Ciri been seen, exactly?
In two places. Velen and Novigrad. The trail in Velen is most promising. You should make that your first stop. Ask for a merchant named Hendrik at the inn at the crossroads. One of the Emperor's agents. He should get in touch with you.
That's it? No passwords? Secret handshakes?
None. Sorry to spoil your fun. your boyhood fantasies about the crafts of the trade. All we have in Novigrad are unconfirmed reports, rumors. But there you will have the help of our mutual acquaintance. Triss Merigold.
Woo!
Apparently she's got a cozy flat on the main square.
Sure she'll be delighted to see me. What about you? What will you do?
I shall sail for Skellige. There was a magic explosion there recently, blew half a forest down. I believe this had something to do with Ciri. I'll be in Caer Trolde. Join me there once you've learned something.
Why would Triss have a grudge against me? We saved her life. We like literally could have chose many different routes. We chose to save her. What? Before we part, why didn't you contact me? That's the biggest issue here, is the fact that with me and her, like me liking her character, she didn't seem like she really cares about Geralt. Like she cares, but not enough to stay with him, which is bullshit. Where I think it's Triss, I think Triss would. That's why I'm like, Triss is the best.
One thing before we go. Why didn't you contact me? Didn't need me? Didn't even want to see me?
I didn't want to spoil things. I'd heard you and Triss made a great couple.
Yen, I'd lost my memory.
Really? That's your excuse? Let's drop it, alright? It's not what you think, or it helped me understand how much I love you. I don't wish to hear it. Any of it.
You weren't there. Don't act like you're the one that got shit on, alright? Jesus Christ. This. Alright.
Guess this means we need to split up again. Not my preference, but I understand. Clock's ticking.
It is indeed. So why don't I teleport you to Velen, get you there at once?
Not gonna happen. I'll go on horseback, as soon as I can get changed.
Have it your way? Oh, and you really look quite dashing in black velvet.
Think so? Maybe I can have some of my armor lined with it. Good luck, Yen.
Same to you. And if you wish to learn what's happened in the world while you and Vesemir roamed the wilderness, talk to Ambassador Varatra. That's him over there. And Geralt, I know it's wartime, but try not to be a hero, all right? Just check those leads and come back to me, in one piece. I shall be waiting.
Better wipe those damn lips off, Geralt. Actually, then again, I shouldn't be saying that, because if I want to show you guys all the love, romantic issues, or whatever in this Let's Play. I want to do a good... You just knocked over like 7 books. Anyways, she said someone's in the corner. I don't know what happened. Some guy in the corner is going to tell me stuff. But yeah, I wanted to do this Let's Play justice. I always say that because I want to do every Let's Play I do justice, which this is a big-ass game. Are you the guy who tells me the events? Yeah.
Varatra?
That's him.
Yennefer suggested I ask you about current events, the war and so on.
Of course. The Emperor's servants should keep no secrets from each other. If you will, let us approach the map.
Alright, first of all, what happened with me and Triss? Why are we in fight? Why is she mad at me? How's the war going?
How's the war going? I mean, apart from the fact that Nilfgaard's triumph is imminent.
I assume this to be a private conversation. We've no witnesses, so let's dispense with the propaganda, even that shrouded in irony. Our offensive was going splendidly until winter came. Edirn was in such disarray that we encountered no resistance. We had reached the Pontar before the first snows. Only a weakened Kedwin remained, and Radovid's Redania, which had ignored the rest of the North's pleas for help. We thought they'd sue for peace, perhaps even submit to vassalization. We waited for spring, certain of victory.
Radovid? Submit?
Yes, a vain hope, I agree. Radovid sent no peace envoys, nor did he advance on our positions. Instead, he trudged over the snow-bound Kestrel Mountains and attacked Kedwin, his ally. This attack took the Kedweni by surprise. They were still mourning the loss of their king. Rudderless and dejected, they laid down their arms after a few lost skirmishes and joined Radovid. And so by spring, instead of 2 weak enemies, we had only one powerful one.
I like how you kept it real, by the way. I know it's old at this point in the conversation dialogue part, but you were like, hey, enough with the formalities. I like that. That's a lot of admiration I hear, or what about... I feel like this one's going to antagonize him. I don't want to do that.
What about Kovir?
Kovir values its neutrality. enough not to lend its armies, or more importantly, even its coin to either side. Returning to the war, this spring there was a massive battle in the marshes of Velen. Massive, yet indecisive. Both sides suffered enormous losses, unprecedented even. Radovid has retreated across the Pontar. He's safe for now, until reinforcements arrive from the south. Then Emperor Emir var Emrys will deal with him once and for all.
Couldn't you just go home? Save everyone a lot of marching, not to mention a few human lives.
I'm afraid the stakes are too high to fold now. We can only go all in.
Okay, that was one dialogue branch. We have a lot to go.
How do things look in Velen?
As bad as ever, perhaps worse. This land never flowed with milk and honey, and now it flows with blood. Armies have swept through it several times, trampling fields, looting granaries, burning villages. Famine grips the populace.
So how's ruling that earthly paradise going for you?
Not well, to be honest. Our forces are spread thin as it is, and Velen is chiefly swampy forests that are difficult to control. We've had several patrols never return to their camps. Thus, we've temporarily delegated authority in this region to a certain Nordling, a former low-ranking officer in the Temerian army, one Philip Strenger, better known by his nom de guerre, the Bloody Baron. I advise you well. Avoid him.
Sounds familiar. Anyways, who is
Any
the...
news from Novigrad? Is the free city still free?
Yes, although everyone knows this won't last. Radovid is in Oxenfurt, and the Emperor is here in Vizima, at Novigrad's doorstep, both. And both require coin and ships. Novigrad can provide these. Which is why the mood in the city is rather, well, on edge.
Meaning?
How do men deal with fear? They seek reassurance and scapegoats. The Church of the Eternal Fire understands this perfectly, and so it promises to improve the lives of its flock by pointing out the guilty. Who started the war? Who profits from it? Why, it's obvious. Mages, elves, dwarves, in a word, any and all deviants. I've been stationed in Novigrad for 13 years. First as a consul, then as ambassador. I've seen a great deal. Cruelty, cynicism, greed. But what is happening there now concerns me greatly.
What's new in Skellige?
Nothing. The islanders pride themselves on that, don't they? Doing everything according to tradition, as their forefathers did. And like their forefathers, they quarrel with each other, pillage, occasionally attack our transports. This is cumbersome, but nothing more. Skellige has always been a footnote to history, and so it shall remain.
Sound awfully confident. What if King Bran manages to unite the Jarls? Lead all the clans against your fleet?
King Bran is a feeble old man. From what I know, he barely remembers the names of his own vassals. Uniting all might prove difficult.
So if you haven't put it together yet, that's what we're gonna be going to each section, and each section we're gonna try to liberate. By liberate, I mean like bring peace to or befriend, so we can befriend those things with the one, like make them all unite. No more bloodshed. We're gonna try to do that. It's probably shit's gonna be hard, probably. Anyways, thanks for your help.
Thanks for your help.
Think nothing of it. May the great sun light your path.
And you as well. Anyways, guys, that's gonna go ahead and end this part. I revitalized our shitstorm, so now we actually get a backdrop based on The Witcher 2, and the kind of I get to choose who lives and who dies. And we'll probably see returning characters, which I'll explain when I see them. So you guys aren't like for the people who haven't watched Witcher 2 Let's Play, I will explain that shit. Anyways, nevertheless, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I'm Frost, and later, guys.